Well, it's a good morning in Galveston. We have a lot of cold weather right now. And today I'm going to give you some major updates on the 1970s beach house renovation and answer some questions that you may have been wondering about. We finally made some decisions about what we're going to do with this house. But before we get to that, let's go for our tour. This is the view from the front door of the house. Now we have all of our appliances in. We've got, of course, all of our lighting and fixtures. We passed our final inspection. So the interior of the house is basically done. So if you come over this way towards the kitchen, you can see the kitchen a little bit better. Then over here in the dining room, got this all lit up. This is the laundry room. At the last minute, we did decide to turn the washer and dryer this way. Gives us a little bit more room there. Looks like this is what we're calling the music room. This one's all done. And here, this is bedroom number 1, we'll call it. Looks like it is all complete. This is the secondary bath. If you remember what this thing looked like, the transformation is just amazing. So we're real excited about the way that turned out. And in here, this is gonna be, it's another bedroom, so that'll be bedroom number 2. Looks like we've already started moving some stuff in here. Right here, there was a hallway that went down this way, and this was all closed in. So when we removed that hallway, now the living room is about 5 to 6 feet longer, and it feels much more open. This is the master bedroom. Over here, we've got the master bath. And the big boss came by yesterday and said that blue wall over there wasn't, it was spotty. So she wanted it painted again. So we put a second coat of paint on that, and we will do a little bit of trim touch up today and get the shelf back on the wall, and that will be done. Got the shower over in this area. Turned out really, really nice. And then, oh, remember this? I haven't said much to you about this master closet, but remember, we decided to build our own shelves in here because they wanted like $1,200 to build those. So we built those for about $400. We had leftover paint. We had these leftover racks, clothing racks from the old closets. So we were able to use most of that material, and we did it ourselves. Saved several $100s. So here's the garage area. Like I said, we've got the guy coming today to give us a quote to do that epoxy finish on the floor, make it really nice. Oh, and we've got the sheetrock guys coming back. I decided that we're gonna go ahead and sheetrock the ceiling in here so we can make this a really nice garage. Well, there's nothing like sitting by the fireplace on a cold morning in Galveston. Oh my goodness. Well, I've got some things to update you on and to explain. We have a brand new HVAC system in the attic, but for some reason it doesn't want to work. It was working fine before we tore the entire house apart and put it back together. So either the Nest thermostat got rewired incorrectly, or the HVAC unit got wired wrong when the electricians put it back together, or something just happened to go wrong with it at this point in time. So right now it is 39 degrees in Galveston, and I'm waiting for the HVAC guy to come. So I'm trying to stay warm by this little bitty fireplace. It looks really cool, and it is putting out some heat, but it doesn't put out a lot of heat. Not enough
heat the entire house, of course. So that's where we are. Then I want to move on to give you an update on the situation of this house. We have basically finished the interior of the 1970s beach house in Galveston. We are just starting work on the outside of the house. So we've got the windows to scrape and then, get back in shape. They're gonna have to be caulked and reglazed and painted. And that's gonna take some time. And it's not really the time of the year to be doing that outside. So hopefully we'll get this cold weather over and we can get back to that. In addition to that, we need to do some exterior brickwork on the house. We have decided to put what's known as a German smear on the house. So I'll be meeting with the guy tomorrow to get one more bid. I've got a couple bids already, and hopefully that'll get done in the near future. And then we can start with the patio and the pool in the backyard. So you might be asking yourself at this point, you said that you weren't sure what you were gonna do with this house. Were you gonna flip it? Were you going to live in it? Were you gonna make it an Airbnb? And the truth is, we didn't know at the time. And the way the market is right now, the market is not that good in Galveston. And so things have gone up so much. The last house that we renovated was about 3 years ago. And at the same time, we sold several houses and the market was great. It was high. And that was good for us because we owned those properties for several years. So we bought low. Now, when we bought this house, it was a decent price, but it was still considerably higher than what we paid for those other houses. The cost of everything has gone up so much. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this house cost more than we thought it was going to renovate, and the market is not that good. So I don't know that we could sell it at the current market value and make a profit. So, I mean, we could sell it obviously, and we could make a small profit, but I would rather hold the property and see what the market's gonna do. And so that's what we've decided to do. We are going to move into this house and live here, and it's gonna be great. We really love the place. And then the house that we're currently living in, we have a decision to make over there. We have to decide if we're going to do the same thing that we were trying to decide at this house. Are we gonna sell it? Are we gonna make it an Airbnb? What are we gonna do with it? So we've also got some work that we need to do. We renovated that house 4 years ago and have been living in it. So there's some things in it that need to be touched up. So the videos that we'll be doing on that property it depends on what we decide to do again, but we could be making videos on how to prep a house to sell it. We could make videos on how to take a house and turn it into a turnkey Airbnb, because if we keep it, it'll be an Airbnb, and that's where we're headed. So that's an update on this house. That's telling you what we're gonna be doing in the future. And I guess that's it for now. I'm just gonna sit here by the fireplace and try and stay warm until the HVAC guy gets here.